Hi everybody, Charlie Keene from Keene Estate Sales. So we've been setting up this project now for the better part of a week, and it's a fun job. And I think if you like going to estate sales and finding treasures and getting great deals, then this is the place to be. We will be here March 27th, 28th, and 29th. Check out our times on our website, keenestatesales.com and estatesales.net. And if you like watching these videos, please like and subscribe. It helps get the word out for estate sales, and especially Keene Estate Sales, which I appreciate. So I'm starting outside actually here on the driveway, because the first thing I want to show you is this. So I've got a single axle United enclosed trailer, which on the outside looks virtually brand spanking new, and it does for the most part on the inside, except it was full of stuff, and I think some of it was wet and heavy, and they kind of just threw it in here. So there's a little floor damage there, but nothing that doesn't keep this trailer from its full potential, and we've got some paperwork there for it as well. So I'm going to take you inside. No one's lived in this property for a couple of years, so it did sort of deteriorate a little bit here on the outside. But there's Darcy there. I'm sure she'll accompany us on the rest of the video. So we are in Wickliffe, and the address will be posted on estatesales.net as soon as the 26th. So first we have the office, and there's all sorts of things here. I'm not going to call out everything. I think the real finds on this job are the clothing. There are a ton of vintage clothing here. So if you're a clothing buyer, please come and see us. We've got some cool race cars. We've got some Hot Wheels, some stuffed animals. That's kind of a fun computer keyboard, I thought. And that ticking sound is a little weight that's sitting right here. So all sorts of office type things. You're going to see a lot of golf stuff here. We have another project. There's a really nice Nikon right there. Ooh, that's a nice bag. Lots of shelving units and display stuff here. Of course, all price to sell. They were very much into lighthouses. So, and again, if I go too fast, just feel free to pause the video. I'll head into the dining room. I don't know if we're going to be doing numbers. It really just depends on the weather. As of now, we will not be. That is very heavy, and that is a marble top unit right there. So we've got some really fun art here, and dining set here, price to sell. Look at this. Look at some of my descriptions in the estatesales.net. I got a little randy with it. Had some fun doing that, because, you know, why be boring? So, grandfather clock. These are some primo leather jackets here, and some fun jerseys, and you're going to see a bunch more downstairs. I'll take you into the kitchen. Normally I leave sort of the checkout area until the end, but I'm going to give you a quick scan. Kitchen's pretty typical, but there's some great little nuance and some treasures in here, most of which is on that pricing sheet here. And we've got a little back closet with some appliances and whatnot. So again, I'll just be scanning here so you can find your treasures. Lampshades, this is Lamp Central right here. Got a fun little curio right there. And then jewelry. Got some copper jewelry, which is pretty cool. So there was a man who lived here. There are some female. There's a little bit of female clothing, very little. But then we've got all of this sterling silver over here. So very fun. And then you guys can look at that and some of these other older magazines, baseball and football. This will be your holding shelf. Let me take you outside. Really cool property. I bet in the spring and sort of trimmed up, this place looked amazing. There's a gazebo down there, just some plastic outdoor furniture in there. But up here, we've got some nice, I think this is composite. Yeah, this stuff is composite. This is very hardy. There's a bench. There's a barbecue and another bench down there. I don't know if I'll show you. Some brand new chairs, patio set. And then give a little scan over here. These are beautiful side tables right here. I don't know who made them. I am not an antique expert. Maybe I will be one day. I'll bet one of you are and maybe know what those pieces are. There's a couple cool little mid-century shelving units here as well. And there's a little MCM footrest that vibrates. See that cord right there? Come home from a hard day's work at the office and rest your feet and get some vibes. So these sofas are also in like new condition. This one reclines and they all recline. Both of them have recliners. That one just has a little centerpiece, but they are leather and very nice. This is a little like peekaboo table here. Some jewelry cabinet. Some more artwork, sailboats. They did have sort of a theme going on here. There's some hockey pucks down there. Some little wooden fleur-de-lis, barometers. And then we get into some clothing in here. For pants and shirts. Men, this is where it's at. You want to find some great deals. You're a little bit on the cheap side, let's say. Come and get it. A lot of this stuff has tags. A lot of this stuff is brand new. Like, not brand new, but unused, I should say. But wow, there's some really nice linens in here as well. Bunch of towels, some nice pillows, and another tall lighthouse here, some smaller lighthouse. What do y'all think? I was thinking of buying a bunch of these carts here so you can shop, but I don't know. I guess you can't fit very much in there, so I might hold off on that. We do have a bathroom open here. So there is some more clothing in here. I see acid washed. Very cool. There's tags on things. Here's some bathroom kits right here. And you're going to find a bunch of these cabinets, both made and to be made. There's a bunch in the garage. So if you need some, small little cabinets like these, there are some brand spanking new ones that you can take home in a box and put it together. Just like IKEA, I guess. I don't know, did I show you this side? Look at all these cool shorts. And that TV looks unused. Yeah, I'm a little curious on the backstory on this house. That's a water fountain right there. We're going to have water in it. We'll get it going. It works. I'll take you into the garage. We've got some vacuums and some mirrors. So this is kind of what I was talking about with all the cabinets to be made. So, now more over here. Look at this brand new set of golf clubs we just pulled out. So this gentleman was a custom golf fitter. We're actually doing his other house too in Euclid. So golf is going to be a little bit of a running theme here this spring. These are all cabinets to be made. But look at all these brand new tools, unused in the box. And we have priced them all at 50% of market rate. They are absolute steals. Look, there's a Flowbee. And then I put a note here. There's some barbecue parts that belong to that barbecue. I'm sorry, I did not have time to put it together. We got a snow blower, we got a weed whacker, and we got a rototiller. This is a very nice golf case. Again, he was a custom fitter, so there's some things here like mats and stands and things like that, which I'm sure were very expensive, and we have priced them not so. This is a photography setup here. These are all drivers, and there are some fairway woods, some rescue clubs in there. This thing, brand new, never been used, right here. If it was used, I couldn't tell because it looks brand spanking new. And the battery had a little charge in it. I charged up the battery. It is ready to go. If you want a lawnmower this spring and you want an electric one, here it is, folks. Lots of clubs. There's some lumber here, all priced to sell. Here's some more tools. Here's a router table with a router. Laminated tabletop with integrated dust collection. I think that's just the table, actually. There's a Delta sander, belt sander and disc sander. A Ryobi tree trimmer. And again, brand new, unopened Black & Decker scroll saw and a band saw. Down here we have a drill press. We've got brand new Blackstone. Oh, thank you, Darcy. This is a little Ryobi router table with the router, brand new in the box. Pretty cool. I couldn't find the bolts for this, but I have the feet for this table here, right there. There's a bunch of irons, used irons. You can store all your clubs right there. It's a variety of brand new tools here. There's a Ryobi chainsaw, brand new in the box. Garden tools, cleaning supplies, all sorts of little hardware ready to go. And you know how I price, everybody. Everybody knows that I price fairly. So, all right, I'm gonna take you downstairs. I'm sorry this video is gonna be long. I really apologize. So here we come down to the bar. And there are some bottles of booze here which we cannot sell, but they will be here on display. Oh, there's a cute little refrigerator. That is not vintage. Here's a couple vintage chairs, though. Look at those beauties. Huh? Those are nice. That's a brand new Bose set right there. Bose speakers and a subwoofer. Sharper image. Oh, I have the remote for that. And some more stereo equipment. We've got some model ships here. We've got a medieval armor man there. Got a helmet. Look at that rigid. Those are kind of cool lamps, actually, when they're all lit up. So we've got some leather sofas. Look at that Bud Light light. Super cool. Hello, anybody a Philadelphia fan? And then we get into some more clothing down here. A lot of these shoes you'll see over here with the boxes, and even some of the others, brand spanking new. So we have a ton of hats and jerseys and vintage clothing here. Look how cool some of this is. I'm just gonna grab something right here. There's a vest. Look at these sweaters right here. Awesome. Oh, look at these shorts. Oh my God. If you're a clothing reseller, we will definitely need to see you. I'm sure you'll be here. And then we've got all of these jerseys here. Most of them are hockey. Look at that Labatt's blue jersey. There's a really cool Labatt's blue hat up there. Look at these brand spanking new Nike golf shoes. 9.5 and 10. 9.5 and 10. So they fit most of us. It's just a skosh too small for me. Otherwise, I would have purchased all of those before showing them to you. So we got another room over here. I'm going to take a quick peek right outside. There's a little fire pit. There's another bench. There's a Weber barbecue. And wow, that deck is leaking. Now out there's a gazebo. There's just some plastic furniture in there. Nothing to get too worked up about. So down there we've got luggage and bags. And there is an elevator here, folks, but unfortunately we can't seem to get it to work. So, all right, we're in seasonal. I know, not the season, but if you are into Halloween, holy smokes, there is the wickedest, coolest Halloween stuff here. We got Wolfman. We got, I don't know who that is, if that's Frankenstein or what. There's another dude in there. Look at all this Halloween stuff. And again, you know how we price. There's a skeleton. Actually, there's a skeleton. And there's, you know, Grim Reaper, I guess. And look, ooh, that's scary. Look at this wolf, the wolf spitter. Oh, man. So cool. Oh, shelving unit to be put together. And then we're back to Christmas here. And then just running out of room here with racks and whatnot. So we put a bunch more clothing right back here. So that's it, folks. I really appreciate you watching. I apologize for the long video. We will be open at 10 a.m. on the 27th, and we will see you soon.